There's just 2 weeks to go until SummerSlam, one of the biggest pay-per-view events of the year. This is Michael Cole here with JBL, and it sounds like this superstar's getting caught up in a romantic entanglement.
How stupid do you have to be to try and fool around with a fellow superstar's woman?
I don't think it's that cut and dried, and I'm sure the presence of Stephanie McMahon doesn't make it any simpler.
Maybe not, but she's shown that she's open to some creative solutions for problems like this.
He claims he's the victim of a diva with a wandering eye, and whether that's true or not, this is his chance to show that he's not going to be pushed around.
Yeah, good luck with that. His opponent's standing up for his buddy tonight, and I can't help but notice that this guy doesn't seem to have many pals in the locker room.
And the opponent from Silsbee, Texas, weighing in at 380 pounds, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
That was a textbook reversal. Oh, the ref's out like a light. Anything goes now.
Unfortunately, you're right. There's no one to enforce the rules until the ref revives. I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
Of course not. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything.
And that's something I don't think people realize. The mental conditioning of the WWE.
Whoa, there goes the referee. Might as well chuck the rule book out the window.
And that also means that there's no one to call a pinfall or submission.
Man, I don't want this match.
This is going to be big, one way or the other.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, but if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Well, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago. It sounds like this capacity crowd has something on their minds.
Yeah, and 10,000 paying customers can't be wrong. It's crazy to think that we actually get paid to do a job like this. There's thousands.
This is a big risk. Will it pay off?
There's no doubt in my mind that Mark Henry is the world's strongest man. The power of this guy is absolutely incredible.
It's downright scary is what it is. We've seen Mark Henry absolutely destroy his opponents, and I hope we're not going to see more of the same tonight.
Look, anyone who gets in the ring with Mark Henry knows exactly what to expect, and if they're dumb enough to do it, that's their problem. Talk about superstars who don't have an ounce of quit between them. You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Hey, you got to be in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually ever step between those ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match. He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
These fans have got something they want to share with us.
That's their right. They paid for their tickets after all.
These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all night.
They sure have. And that
going up that turnbuckle hurts a hell of a lot less than coming down from it.
And it looks like he's bleeding. This is not going to help his chances.
That depends. Some guys go crazy at the sight of their own blood and become almost unstoppable.
Well, that doesn't seem like a good strategy to me. I hope he ends this before he suffers a serious injury.
I'll never understand why Mark Henry resorts to such brutal tactics. He's already the world's strongest man. What has he got left to prove?
Listen, every time Henry gets in that ring with someone, he's sending a message to the whole locker room. And that's what you got to do to get ahead around here.
Well, if you ask me, a victory is message enough. But Mark Henry seems to enjoy dishing out senseless brutality.
It's so great seeing these superstars in competition here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like
oh boy, I think he wanted that one to keep going.
And I don't blame him one bit. He wants to send a message to that cheating jackass.
Boy, it sure didn't take you long to choose sides, did it?
No, it didn't. I stand for honesty and decency. I am a man of integrity.
And you certainly don't want to badmouth any friend of Stephanie McMahon's.
Well, that just goes without saying.
What's this? We're being told that, let me get this straight, Stephanie McMahon has just authorized a second match here tonight? Did she do that?
Her last name's McMahon, isn't it? There's not much she can't do around here with qualifications like that.
I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE in this ring tonight. So much can go wrong from that top turnbuckle.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, but if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago. I don't think there's a superstar on the roster with as much drive and determination as Matt Hardy, and these fans certainly react to that.
Yeah, well, they might react even better to a win every now and then, if you ask me.
Well, excuse me, but I didn't hear a bell. This match is still going on last I checked.
He dodged that bullet.
Talk about adding insult to injury, and these fans love it.
Yeah, but you got to worry more about the injury and less about the insult till the match is over.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
Yeah, the WWE fans aren't known for keeping their opinions to themselves. His opponent might not have enough left to kick out.
I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
Of course not. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything.
And that's something I don't think people realize.
I think he's going to fly.
He's going for the throat. We've seen this before.
Here he goes, choke slam from hell. You cannot even imagine the kind of pain that inflicts. He made his opponent look like a chump with that counter.
These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
I don't think you're going to be able to. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
And what a wild ride it's been so far, with no signs of stopping anytime soon.
Oh, man, these WWE fans are fired up.
They sure are, and you know that's going to have an effect on this match.
Rope break. Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going.
And neither does his opponent. Choke slam from hell!
These superstars are at the top of their game, but only one of them is going to have his hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because,
Oh boy, I think the referee is out of it.
They got to start getting sturdier refs. This kind of thing seems to happen a lot.
he's climbing the turnbuckle. Will this pay off?
Even if you wind up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse.
Hey, it's pretty insightful for a guy who's never wrestled a match in his life.
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and seen the superstars who don't get their hands raised. You can literally feel the disappointment radiating off them. It's not a pretty sight. Night after night, the WWE superstars...
Oh my, it looks like he may have injured that arm.
I wouldn't be surprised. The first match was rough, but the second one was downright brutal.
And I don't think there's any doubt whose side Stephanie McMahon is on.
No doubt at all. And I, for one, am glad she's taking a stand against that home wrecker.
I just hope that injury isn't as bad as it looks.
Me neither. As far as I'm concerned, he's got more retribution coming his way.